One. Relax.
Yeah. All right. So is the other mic unmuted?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the music. Oh.
That's the music. That's
Ah.
like, yeah.
Ah, okay. Oh, all right. Well, damn it. What episode are we up to?
131.
Yeah,
131 BPM. That's very trance.
So tonight we've got Clayton Lin on.
Hello.
So you're a DJ, you're a producer,
Artist Repertoire.
Yeah.
That's just the music part.
Yeah, we'll get into that.
Yeah, we'll get into
and
that.
then you also work at a record label as well.
The record label.
So how did it all come together? How did you get into music? Like, what was, tell us from the beginning.
The beginning. It's a lot less. No grand epic story here. I just happen to see an algorithm. Like mine is more like I happen to just trolling my social media pages. I was just on Facebook I saw this ad for like the city of Wanneroo beginner DJ courses.
Yeah, okay.
And so that fuck it.
Yeah,
let's do it. I'll just do it.
City of Wanneroo.
Yeah, City of Wanneroo. That they for a short time, my friend Brandon Chowdhury, who runs the Off the Wall promotion. Shout out to Brandon.
Okay, Off the Wall promotion.
Yes, Off the Wall. He does like wedding. He does like wedding DJ. He's a wedding DJ promoter.
This one here.
Yep, this one here.
Damo's onto it.
Damo's onto it.
It's slow. That's the only problem.
I mean, that's not slow internet is everyone's problem in this country.
Yeah, that is
massive political statement right here.
Yeah, to start it all off. Yeah. So like you entered into that. How was that? Was it good or?
It was good, but I just didn't know how to do the whole deal, and I was nervous as a wreck before my first time performing live to like 10 people.
So what was it like though? Like, was it just a couple of days a week?
Like 10 weeks, like once a week, Tuesday. I remember making the trek from Clarkson to Warwick.
Wow.
Just to get public. I live and die in public transit.
Yeah, because you don't drive, right?
I don't drive.
Yeah,
I don't.
So you had to trek it.
Yeah, I had to trek. Which, I mean, you have a lot more time to think when you don't drive. When you.
No, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
Catching buses and trains.
Yeah.
But then, so like, with that DJ course, like, how did it plan out? Like, was it on CDJs or?
People brought their own share of gear, so it was like on the tractors.
Oh, really?
Like running through a virtual DJ. Some people brought in a Pioneers. We didn't have like anything advanced. It wasn't like anything like your home DJing gear setups.
Yeah.
I didn't get exposed to them until doing Your Shot, which I randomly found not long after finishing the course, the Your Shot competition.
So what year was the Wanneroo DJ course?
This was 2019.
2019.
Yeah,
okay.
and the same with the Your Shot.
Yeah.
Before the world world ended.
Yeah, they came back, right?
Yeah, the world ended and reborn again.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I signed up for the Your Shot competition very much in the same spirit, like this is a lark. What could go wrong? I don't think I'll get in.
And
then the rest of the half of the peers that did the DJ course in the city of Wanneroo also I showed them this. They all signed up and they all got in. We took like a nice little group photo.
Oh really? So it was actually quite a few people from the
Wanneroo
one that went off.
Yeah, and then the second half from the class that I was in are now doing it for this year.
Oh really?
The ones that couldn't do it in 2019 because they had other commitments or otherwise.
Yeah, so they wouldn't be wild cards though.
No, they'll be beginners too.
Yeah. So then how did you find like the skills transfer from the Wanneroo DJ classes to your shot?
No transfer at all. I had to basically learn from scratch again.
Really?
Yeah, and in between starting the Your Shot classes, I decided to have a delve what kind of music that I would be interested in. And so
what type of music were you into at the time? Like,
at the time I was like into stuff like the soundtrack from Drive, Grimes.
Yeah, pull him up. We're all Ryan Gosling here.
Ryan Gosling, ooh woo.
Yeah, that's
ooh,
it.
Woo, Ryan Gosling.
That's exactly it. Blade Runner, it's actually my life.
Great movie.
Yeah, great.
I've never actually managed to finish the first Blade Runner movie.
Really?
Yep. I made one movie critic. When I said that, I made one movie critic walk out and take a smoke.
Wait, just quickly, what does that say, Damo? So, I'll read it out.
Character to me. I'm not a good enough actor to become a character. I heard about actors who became the role, and I wonder what that feels like. Because for me, They're all names.
That's Ryan Gosling for you.
Bit of a knock.
Yeah.
Bit of a knock.
That's it, yeah. So you went and did the Your Shot, and then so how'd you find it? Like
That was amazing. Your shot on the contrast was like life changing. It really lived up to the bill on their marketing. Like the way Your Shot always marketed, like it's a life changing experience. Yeah, yeah. Also, speaking of Your Shot, best of luck to all the 2022 alumnus,
again, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, some of my friends are in it. So
Yeah.
some of my friends, some of the people are newbies. Some Lab 6 alumnus graduates
Yeah,
who are
okay.
in both the wild cards and the beginners.
Yeah, okay, that's all right then.
Yeah.
And so how long was Your Shot again? Like
This is like 6 weeks in the first class, and in between the waiting for the first Your Shot class to choose to get interested in what kind of music. A deep dive into YouTube. I was listening to a few. I asked a friend, one of my American friends, for like recommendations. He introduced me to tritonal and lane 8.
tritonal?
Tritonal, the trance dubstep. The guy that started Enhanced, actually.
Enhanced? Okay.
Enhanced Music. It's a
Okay.
label in the UK.
Yeah. Okay.
So-
So then, like, because like what we were talking about just before we started, it seems like you know a lot about the music industry. Like, so like when you
I knew
started doing-
nothing when I started out.
yeah, but it just seems like you've done a lot of research in like the last couple of years. So, but like,
I mean, research is. I did tell you I spent a lot of time researching like medieval history stuff to write attempt to write historical fiction.
but yeah,
Those skills translate.
yeah, no, I don't doubt it.
Unlike the skills you get in the other competition, Your Shot, the skills you got there translated well in your DJ career. Much like researching fantasy author also translated into the DJ.
Somehow.
One big circle, bro.
Yeah.
One big
That's
circle.
it, yeah.
Time is a flat circle.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Please
it.
tell me you've all watched True Detective season 1.
No.
What? That was the only good.
Season 2.
That was crap. That was actually kind of trash.
So with the Your Shot, so like, how did you find it over the 6 weeks? And like, because like you were in classes, right, with a whole bunch of different people
learning. Like my first week, I didn't do it right. Like I was like struggling. How do I mix this? How do I transition? How do I beat match? Basically. So like,
what music were you using though? So
I was using all the stuff that I gathered, all my YouTube trolling. My first USB, I didn't even know how to properly format the USBs right for the CDJs.
Really?
I mean, was it XDJ RX2? So
Yeah.
I couldn't even use for the first week because I formatted. So I had to borrow the the in-class music. And it was like all this trance house, and it's like a medley and inconsistent mix, but mostly trance and EDM.
no, really.
So I practiced in that week 1, and then later in week 2, I used my own music once I learned how to format it properly. And then I was still struggling. So
Well, it can be like, it's like learning an instrument, like it takes time and it just takes practice, really.
Time,
And it's so
takes practice.
expensive. Like to get a good set of equipment. Like I'm happy I stick with Tractor S4 Mark III.
Yeah.
But it's still like $1,400 for that deck.
Yeah.
But you look at CDJs and a DJM mixer, like the industry standard.
That's an easy 10K.
That's exactly it.
It's
$12,000. Like not everyone can afford just to get that for their bedroom kind of
No.
thing. So
Like, and even then, like, you're better off, like, for your bedroom, you don't need anything more than a DDJ 400. Like, as I
can we
like
look
to,
up a DDJ 400 if that's all right.
as I like to refer it, I let him look up the DJJ 400 first. Hang on.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Here we go.
Oh, as I,
The internet, bro. It's ruining the timing of these jokes.
yeah.
and as I like to refer it, the AK-47 of DJ equipment.
AK-47. Why?
Ubiquitous. It's portable. It's rugged. It's reliable.
And it just won't break.
And it's affordable, and it won't break, and you can carry it with you easily.
Yeah. Well, how big is it? It's like that, right?
Yeah, it's like that. You can fit it in like your typical school bag.
Oh, really?
Easily fit it. I've done it before.
Yeah.
Actually-
Well, you actually took it to school. Like,
No, well, I fit it. I managed to fit it. I think I don't recall if I've ever taken it out, but it does manage to fit in my school bag. I did test this.
Yeah, okay. That's all right then, yeah. And so, like, it was the 6 weeks at your shop,
Yeah,
right?
and this is how I met Tina Says. Shout out to Tina.
Yeah.
The woman who I owe my entire DJing career to.
So she was your teacher?
Yes,
then?
the man DJ.
So she taught you really, really well? Like, how...
I needed one of the other teachers to help come in and help explain. He was more of a mathematical, more nerdy, and he could relate to me on the nerdy side of things. So
okay,
yeah,
because it's like, just the counting the bars.
You're counting the bars, and so yeah. Once Moss came in, shout out to Moss.
Yeah.
Who's the guy from Queen, who's coming, I believe, coming back soon to do a show with the Nectar Boys.
Yeah. With Harrison and Gnarly.
Yeah, Harrison and Gnarly.
And so, like, with all that, like, so, like, you learnt from Tina Says and also Moss.
Yeah.
Right? But then, like, over the course of the 6 weeks, like, by the end of it, you were fine, right? Like, you could
I could actually mix. Like, of course, trying to condense that long, slow melodic house stuff, because during my gathering, during that interregnum between finishing the DJ course and signing up for Your Shot and being told that you're in, there was quite a bit of time to gather what I liked. So it was off the like random, followed all the links that my friends sent me, and then from there it was like an algorithm skip.
Yeah,
it was like what I kind of checked out what the YouTube algorithms gave me, and it landed me on a track by Eli and Fur.
Okay.
Yeah, two of my favorite artists from the UK.
Really, they're that good.
They're that good, and
yeah. So like you landed on that, but then like so you just started collecting that.
Yeah,
music,
collecting from that, and from that singular track, it kind of branched off, and that's how I discovered Injuna Deep.
Injuna Deep.
So Above and Beyond's labels, Injuna Beats and Injuna Deep. They're like Injuna Deep's like the imprint.
Yeah, okay.
Because
we were talking about this before, right?
Yeah.
And
Injuna Beats is where all the trance, the big club pumping festival stuff, and Injuna Deep, it's more the stuff that they wouldn't sign on Injuna Beats, but they thought had real potential, was actually good music.
Okay.
That was the idea behind it.
So that's this.
Yeah, that's the label. That's classic, based on the rock formations in Anjuna Beach in Goa. That's where the
in Goa.
Yeah, in Goa trance. Where this is they started the label, I believe, in 2001, and when Goa trance was a thing.
Yeah, and like really taking
like,
off and everything.
Yeah, I mean Goa trance, and I'm not sure if it's related to Psytrance. I don't know. I will admit that I don't really know Psytrance stuff that well.
Like, the same thing with me. Like, I still need to dive into it and like really.
Like, I just not my thing.
Yeah, no,
like doofs, they're not my thing. Like, I respect people who go to doofs and have fun at them, but I kind of need to be within range of working sanitation. I'm sorry.
That's my plan looking at.
I can't drive to the nearest petrol station an hour away.
Yeah.
So, like, I need to rely on something different there.
Like, yeah, like even a Portaloo will do.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they do have Portaloos out there.
But
like, don't forget when we went to Blossom that one time. Like,
oh yeah, we stole the lights.
Yeah, they stole lights.
They had like they did a really nice thing where they put these little lights, LED lights in the bathrooms. So they're like, oh, when people come in at night, they can see what they're doing. But the next morning, everyone stole them.
Oh, really?
You're like, you deserve this shit in the dark.
Yeah, no, 100%. Yeah, yeah.
Try to find how to wipe your ass in that.
Yeah, that's it.
By feel and by instinct.
Yeah.
You do it long enough, we will acquire such experience in such matters.
That's it. Yeah.
So, yeah.
So after Your Shot, then, so like, how did it progress after that? Like, what did you do? Because like you were saying before we started, you went to Lab 6 like 3 times. But like after Your Shot, did you kind of?
I kind of just studied and collected more music on my own. Decided, like, I think second week in class, I think I decided I want to actually carry this through.
Yeah.
Like, as a thing I want to be doing for much of my life.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's it. Music takes hold, right?
Yeah, it takes hold, and the fact that I got to be surrounded by the Your Shot class I'm in is glorious. The all but one are now professionally DJing, or have had professional DJ gigs.
Yeah, okay.
All but one.
All but one. Okay.
Yeah, there was 6 of us.
Yeah.
7 of us.
yeah. There's a few of you. Yeah.
Memory can be a bit hazy, and I'm pretty. I like to think I'm
It's
pretty
3
good.
years ago. It's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's 6 out of 7. That's a good strike rate.
Yeah,
That's a good strike rate.
Yeah.
Most football academies don't get that kind of strike rate.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So then, like, so you did the Your Shot, but then, like, what happened after that then?
I just studied on my own, like, because it was developing my skills, trying to find the opportunity to get my first set.
Yeah. Did you, like, go to any events or, like...
I didn't go to as much events. I just didn't have that kind of money. I just didn't like saving money at the time. I didn't want to spend too much. Didn't want to invest too much until I had more experience.
Yeah.
And then so I was just spending a lot of time watching like Anjuna Deep open air videos and intently following what the DJ was doing, how to mix progressive, how to mix that kind of music.
Yeah.
Yeah, it took me 3 months to learn.
Did you have your own controller? Did you borrow one off your friend?
I bought one off a friend and then I decided to get an upgrade. That's the way the DJJ 400 came in. I actually bought the DJJ 400 and got to play with it. I think 2 or 3 days before the Your Shot event day.
Okay.
So I got
got a little bit more practice on it.
And by that point I already kind of knew how to beat match. I had my transitions planned out. Don't plan your sets, kids.
Yeah.
Don't. Pro tip.
So what type of music did you play on
I played melodic house. I was basically the artist's pick, but I wasn't the crowd. I was never gonna be the crowd favorite. But all the other peers were kind of invested in what I was doing because I was literally hitting from a very different angle.
Yeah.
But obviously I learned that melodic house just doesn't really fit well in 25 minutes.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
that makes sense. Because it's usually like progressive. It's
It's
like
a long format.
Yeah.
Where 2 hours you were just starting.
Yeah, that's
You were
it.
just starting to get good in 2 hours. Like a proper progressive house set needs at least 3 or 4 hours for it to be a solid, memorable set.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah. And if you're like Hernan Cataneo, who with Guy J once did like a 24-hour marathon.
Really?
Yes.
So who was this? Let's look him up.
Hernan Cataneo, the grandfather of pretty much the South American style of progressive house.
Okay.
Like it does a bit like sud beat, that kind of sud beat sound.
Sud beat.
It's like a label.
Okay. Yeah. So
I think I found him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It's,
I mean, it's hard. You can't really find him because there's no Wikipedia. Oh, here he is.
Yeah, there should be a Wikipedia for Hernan Cataneo.
Wikipedia page. Sorry.
There should be, because this man is like I have a list, like when I talk about like some of these house musicians, some of these people are like what I consider the grandfathers. There's like the ranks of Carl Cox, Hernan Cataneo, Satoshi Tomie, who's basically the Carl Cox of Japan.
okay. Yeah. So I've never heard of any of these.
Yeah, Lauren Chambord,
Okay, no.
Man with the red face. Wait, that's Lauren Garnier. That's Lauren Garnier. Also grandfathers. Also,
So like it just grabbed you by grabbed hold, and then music just became such a bigger thing.
Yeah,
in
it
your
started
life, right?
playing a bigger role in my life. Like I could spend days collecting.
Really?
Yeah, and
But that's it. Like you can just sit down at your laptop and just keep buying music.
kept
Right?
finding, and then actually buying, and then discovering more. Like starting from that Eli and Fur Point, discovering more of the Anjuna Deep people, artists like Marsh, Dosem.
Yeah. Okay.
Tin Liquor. Tin Liquor remains one of my influences, and if you really don't know who Tin Liquor are, they recently remixed a Dom Dollar track.
Really?
Yeah, featuring Mansionaire with Stranger.
Tin Liquor. I've never actually heard of it.
Tin Liquor. Also, one half of Tin Liquor is also 1/3 of Black Sun Empire, the drum and bass.
Really?
Yes,
Yeah,
Micah Habo, he's a drum and bass.
Yeah. Okay.
I actually, like, when I was talking to Carl about Micah, Carl like, wowed me when he said he knew Micah.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's it, because he's so prominent in the industry.
Yeah,
Like,
and when you go to Lab 6, you get to meet these industry figures in flesh and blood, as humans.
Well,
Not as like the stars of like
Yeah.
Yeah.
But how did you get into Lab 6? Because like you did the Your Shop. But
Yeah,
then, like...
yeah, and so between Your Shot and Lab 6, I actually managed to get into the clubland. I started with my Tina Says gave me my first DJ set, like opening for Body Control when it was still at the old Nevermind club.
Really?
Yeah.
So you got what time was your set?
It was like a 6 o'clock. It was like a
Yeah, that opening set.
Yeah, opening
but
set.
Still, that's awesome.
Yeah,
you got to play it Nevermind. Though,
I got to play it Nevermind. This was before Ace saw me play it Nevermind. That's gonna be a fun one.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. And from then on, yeah, and then I did like an open house at Geisha, and nothing really came of that.
Yeah.
And between there was a lot of waiting in between.
Yeah, because sometimes you have to go after them.
Yeah.
Because everyone says you go to attend the events, you got to be there, do this.
Oh yeah. I attended events. Like I attended events so often that Nevermind, Ace just looked at me and told Kai, who was the head bartender there, just let him in.
Really?
Just let him in. He's recurring guest list now.
Yeah, sweet. No, that's awesome though, because one of the
shout out to Ace, who I believe right now is living like a king.
Yeah, in Bali.
Living like a king. I don't blame him one bit. Like cost of living there is way lower.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
and he gets to live in a nice, big, spacious house.
Yeah,
with a swimming pool.
Yeah. That's it.
That's it. Living the dream.
Yeah. So then, you got to play it Nevermind and then Geisha, and then
I never really got to play at Geisha more than that once.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, that's fair though.
And so I got to play it Nevermind more often. So my first Nevermind set, the way that I asked him, all I said to Ace was, I think my music would sound really great on these speakers. That's what I said. And he said, oh yeah, I'll put you on, casually. I didn't expect it. And then I went next to hey, message me out of the blue. Hey, you want to play an opening set? Just without it, I didn't even expect him to actually give it to me, just straight up like that.
Yeah, he's just yeah, you want a gig?
Yeah, you want a gig? Go for it. So he gave me the opening slot. It was was it 8? It was an 8 o'clock to 10. It was a 2-hour opening. No, it was an 8:30.
Well, 1.5.
Yeah, 1.5, something like that.
Yeah, so that's really good. That's not bad at all.
It's not bad at all. But the caveat was, I decided that I want to rock up early because I rock up to places. I have a habit of rocking up to places punctually.
Yeah.
Punctually, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so it turns out his mate, Benjamin Riches, the photographer, he was having a little birthday bash.
Yeah.
Okay, man, check that. Hey, what's going on? Why is this club actually open? It turns out, he's having a birthday, and he was having a little party with his entourage, and he was actually planning on putting a Spotify playlist on, but he forgot his Spotify, so he just looked at Ace and I said, hey, you wanna start early? So I started at 7:30 instead.
Wow, okay. So you got a longer set then.
Yeah, I got my very first set ended up being 2.5 hours long.
No, that's great. That's cool.
And then I left. I was tired. Set went and then I was
so
off
you didn't stick around for the rest of the night. You just after your set just left.
Yeah, I didn't stick around. I just wanted to catch. I was basically, the post performance rush.
Yeah.
I just wanted to get home because I didn't know how to handle that post performance rush.
Yeah.
And I was going to plan on going to Habitat tomorrow, at the court when they start the garden parties.
Yeah.
And then only did I find out later in the day through Aaron Figueredo, Andy, A&D.
Okay.
He said, Ace was so impressed by your set.
Really?
That's how I found. I didn't stick around for the feedback. Yeah, I found out.
Left.
I found out through secondhand, and then 2 weeks after, I got the call whilst I was working some other job. Hey, you want to play this weekend? Yeah.
And you just 100%. Yes,
yep,
please.
Yes, please. Yes, please. Yes.
And so, what time did you play that set?
That was still an opening set.
Yeah. But still, you got to play it Nevermind again though,
and get paid for it.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it worked out well.
Worked out well.
And so then, not long after, did you dive into Lab 6? Or,
yeah.
how did you find out about it? And
Lab 6 because How did I specifically found out about Lab 6? I don't even. That's the part I don't remember, where the connection between me finding out about Lab 6 and wanting to do that. But obviously,
did you just want to like get into production? And...
at the time, I wanted to get more my DJ gigs more consistently. I wanted to, do a DJ course with Luke, because I thought at the time Luke is a legend,
So how did you know about Luke? Or did you just find
through
him?
Emmeline, actually?
Okay.
Emmeline, gonna like shout out to Emmeline, girl crush.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're killing it.
They're killing it. They're crushing it.
Yeah.
I think. I can't wait to hear their productions.
Yeah, so yeah,
And
I
I hope
the course now.
and I'd love to. And girl, Emmeline, Hannah, I'd love to remix. I'd love to remix some of those tunes someday.
So then, like, yeah, because you met Emmeline through
Through the
your shot competition, right?
Yeah.
And so then, so you ended up going to Lab 6. But
Yeah.
then, like, how did you find it? Like, what was the first course you did?
I did a production course with Jeremy because I got sick of waiting for to do the DJ course. I was like, fuck it, let's do the production. So between me wanting to do the DJ course, because at the time when I wanted to do the DJ course, I wasn't playing Nevermind, and by the time it was close to having this booking available, I already had like my 4th or 5th Nevermind set.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So, wow, how many times have you played it Nevermind then? Like,
I got to play it 8 altogether, plus once a takeover when they took over the Boxing Day at the Retrobite rooftop.
oh, really? Wow,
Yeah.
okay. That's all right.
That was really alright. I got the call for that whilst I was spewing my guts in the toilet.
Really?
Yeah, I ate some chili mayo from like a nearby burger shop, and I probably was not. I had to literally go to the nearest whale at the nearest bar.
Yeah.
And just use their bathroom.
Oh, wow.
And then I got the message.
Yeah, it was like, So then, that's amazing. So then, like, would you say, like, when you got to play it Nevermind, the more you got to play, the more, like, your skills improved, the more
I mean, by that point, I was already... Nothing fazed me at all, like, playing to audiences. I mean, like, Magic tournaments are more nervous than DJ performances.
Really?
Yeah, because when I play... competitive Magic gives you that mindset, like, because your choices in what you put in your deck... actually affect the heart of the cards, and affect it, like, and preparing like you tournaments, each performance you have to be at the top of your game every turn. You got to play. You have to think about, is it the right move in that context?
Yeah, that's
of that turn. Like again, that. So by the time I carried. I had that mindset carried. I wasn't phased like DJing performances. I knew I could do my job. Like,
no, it's good though.
Yeah.
Right? It's good that you can get to that level of being like, I know what I'm doing. Like,
yeah,
I
I
can
think.
do- Yeah.
And to get to know what I'm doing, I actually did the thing where I listened to like a mix by like a Jody Wisternoff mix that he does the Anjuna mix compilation mixes.
Yeah, okay.
And Unity 11 was the first compilation I really listened to fully. That was an amazing sonic journey. Like,
No, really.
it's one of those that I had on repeat multiple times.
Really?
Like both like 2 CD mixes on repeat. Sometimes in a single sesh, I play both of them.
Really? It's just, it's just
Yeah, and
such
then
a-
and then when each of the individual tracks came out for that were featured in the compilation, I replicated the mixes, the transitions, and that's how I kind of learned how to do it properly. It's like that eureka moment.
Yeah. It's always a good way to actually do it. Like, if you're starting out DJing and stuff, it's like you listen to a mix and then you just try and copy it just the exact same way you heard professional do it, and then it's like, fuck, like, okay.
Oh yeah, that's like that was like a real light bulb switch moment. Like that, that moment, like technological game changer.
Yeah.
You could say it's equivalent to discovering steel weaponry.
Steel weaponry.
Yeah. When the Assyrians brought steel to the Sumerians were gone.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Yeah.
The Sumerians were like basically the overlords at the time, like with their bronze, with their fancy shiny bronze.
Yeah. Well, have you pulled something up in the Sumerians? Yeah. We're talking about history now. Yeah.
And somehow we're there.
Yeah.
And somehow, like I said, we'll be there.
Yeah, that's exactly it. So then, like, with the Lab 6 courses, how did you find them though? Like, did you enjoy?
I enjoyed them immensely that I paid for 2 more of it.
Yeah, that's it. You're going back twice.
I came back
3
twice.
times in
Like,
total,
I did the first course with Jeremy.
Mm.
Like Jeremy,
Was it one-on-one? Or
one-on-one. I did one-on-one with Jeremy.
Yeah, okay.
This was before Tina was teaching.
Yeah.
So yeah, I learned, brought my laptop in,
Mm.
learn like how to. The first year was me not knowing what to do. That's the first year of production, not really knowing like what to do. Like all I like learn how to putting together kicks, beats, various stuff, like how to write a drum and bass beat, how to write a house beat. Yeah.
Well, it's all practice.
It's all practice.
Because like
my first, like Jeremy asked me what kind of music I want to make, and I showed him like the Lane 8 stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
And I said, we can help you make music as good as that
Really?
in this class.
Well, that's good.
That was his first words, I believe.
Yeah. That's really good because it's like, it's encouraging.
Yeah, it's encouraging.
Like talking to him last night, it's just, he's an amazing, really
Shout out
cool
to
dude.
Jeremy. Shout out.
Yeah.
Labs, last
Lab
night,
6,
we're segging straight. This is such a nice seg, like from the teacher at Lab 6 and to one of his students.
That's it, yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Nice little series seg, like, like an HBO TV series involving dragons. And...
Yeah, that's it, yeah. So then, like, how long was the course with Jeremy?
10 weeks,
10
like
weeks.
once a week. And then I waited until Carl was back from his tour.
Mm.
And
So
I
Carl
did-
Shock one.
Yeah,
then,
Carl Shock, that Shock one.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
That guy.
And so, like, you did that. Well, so you did it with Jeremy, and then what?
yeah.
What did you do after
with-
Shock one?
Sound design, like how to get my synth sounding the way I wanted it to sound. Because I didn't know how to really, and I learned from Carl. And on my first lesson with Carl, like I came in the door like, "Hi, Carl." I was like,
You just kind of fanboying a bit, right?
a little bit. I wasn't hugely into drum and bass at this point in time.
Yeah, but you still knew who he was.
Yeah,
though,
I
right?
still knew like this
Yeah.
this was a literal, people talk him as if he was a living legend.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
But the first thing he sat down, I sat down. Like, the first thing he said to me, Clayton, do you like money?
Is that the first?
That was literally the first thing he said to me.
Okay. Well,
Yes.
when did it lead on to after that?
Like, yeah, I said, of course I do. I'm Chinese. I fucking love money.
Yeah, but then like, what happened after that?
Yeah, then what?
How did that segue into music? He's just sitting there like, do you like
Because-
money? Like,
Yeah,
do you
because he
wanna
was talking
make
about
music?
making music for like radio, and like he got into like the really commercial bigger industry, like how to turn this thing professional. Like
Yeah,
I learned the sound design tricks. I mean, I still didn't really get like credit to Carl. He did his best. He's an amazing teacher, but of course I wasn't that great of a student. Like how
Because
to.
you're still learning.
I was still learning a lot of it.
Yeah.
And then where that really super leveled up was then the next course with Morgan.
Really.
The Morgans from Slumberjack. Shout out to Morgan.
Shout out Morgan. Yeah. So then, like,
Like I literally.
did you have like a break in between these, like, or you just like one
yeah,
course to the next
one
course?
course to the next. There wasn't much of a break. Like, yeah,
Really?
yeah.
That's awesome though. So you just like stuck around, became one of the locals at Lab 6 again.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much to the point where the nearby Vietnamese noodle shop wondered where I was.
Really?
Yeah, because every one of my classes on Jeremy Thursday always preceded with me dropping by. Shout out to Long and the Viet. I don't remember the name. The name of the restaurant actually now escapes me.
Really? The Hugh Viet.
No,
Long?
not this one. No,
He'll find it.
it's the one in like near Lab 6.
Yeah, I'll find it, bro.
Vietnamese. That's it.
Vietnamese.
Yeah, Vietnamese. Yep.
So yeah.
Yeah, Vietnamese.
Here we go.
Shout out to Vietnamese.
Oh, wait, no.
Yeah.
Always. Yeah, one ball of food.
Oh, but look at
Oh, what?
they're closing down.
Oh,
Was that me?
No, that sucks.
That does suck.
Wait.
Can I say this is something real quick?
All right, here we go. We got some comments.
Yeah, we have some comments.
Oh, big ups to Lewis as well.
Hey, Lewis. Shout out to Shroom.
Yeah.
Shout out Shroom,
Shroom's
local
going, like,
producer.
That's it.
Part of the 6030 crew.
The 6030. Yeah.
I probably shouldn't have said that. Now everyone knows where. Everyone knows where I can be found.
Yeah, that's your zip code.
Well, I didn't give out the actual suburbs. It's a zip code that covers covers at least 5 suburbs in the city of Wanneroo.
Yeah. In the city of Wanneroo, yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was still, it closed down, then it reopened again.
No, it seems it's closed down forever, bro.
No, it's gone.
Oh god.
Oh no.
Fresh in the chat.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh wow, because the last time I was in Lab 6 was actually in April.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was actually in April.
Yeah, well, they close it. What? We're in
It was
8th
in
month?
June.
Yeah, it's June. Yeah,
Yeah.
June.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. I was like, Shroom says, come find me.
I know where you are. I'm just not gonna. Yeah, I'm just not gonna. Dox anyone on air. Because our country has some pretty strong media laws regarding that.
Yeah. But just quickly, Shroom, Lewis, I really want you to come back on. So, hit me up. We'll sort something out.
Yeah.
Come back on.
And also shout out to Fran, who's another Lab 6 alumnus, I believe, is in the chat.
Yeah.
Francis Feltman.
And so, yeah. So what does he say? Actually, a great conversation with the first thing with Shock One. So you met him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Fran, what did Shock One say to you? Like, comment that. But
Yes.
Yeah, like, Clayton, do you like money?
yeah, I can't believe he said that though. Yeah. Just casually, just like, all right.
And even there's the pose, like, there's the,
Really, he was just like greedy kind of thing. Like, yeah. So like you did the course with, so you literally just jumped
from
from
Carl
like,
to Morgan,
yeah, Jeremy to Carl and Morgan.
Yeah, and then Morgan was a real big, like, he took all my dumb logic and just eviscerated me.
Really?
Yeah, he literally, I said something, and like, Morgan looked at me like, that's a bit with that blank, it just eviscerated my logic, and that built me from scratch. Because I signed up for that course thinking, oh yeah, I'm ready, I'm gonna learn how to mix and master. He looked at my songwriting and was like, let's start again with songwriting.
But like, how did you find it with Morgan? So he taught
Literally,
you
yeah, pretty much made me good,
Okay. Okay.
made me decent, made me functional.
Yeah. So then, like, how much music have you produced since then, or like?
So after that, I think I'm wondering when I did I started looking for remix comps to just get my chops. Yeah, get my chops. It's like the internship before you try and get a job.
Yeah. And so like, so the remix competitions, because there's that one that you were saying about Echo and Sidetrack, or
This is where that's like recent. Like that's
okay.
after I had like real proper chops. So this is when I was going back to my first remix and listening to it now. That thing should never be released, never be shown in the light of day.
Don't say that. Like, it's all practice.
It's
though,
all
that's the thing.
practice.
Like,
I mean,
you can't just
yeah.
make music overnight. And that's the thing. Like, it's like, and sometimes you have to have an ear for it or whatever it is, but it's all practice.
It's
so.
all ear for it, and apparently, Carl did say I have an good ear for this.
Well, that's a good thing though. Like,
Yeah.
it's Shock One.
You Shock, and speaking of, one more about Shock One, like I was at an Inhibit party, and one of my friends, like he was the kind of who looked up to Shock One as a drum and bass legend. And like he was like so excited to meet him, and he was talking about who's the next Lab 6 alumnus legends, who's gonna be like the next hot prospects. Carl looked at me, I was like,
He just like, please say me.
yeah, he said I was like some of the SK, and the Sam Katsukis is kind of killing it around the local drum and bass scene.
Yeah.
And then the other one was obvious. He was looking at me. I was like, as the potential.
Yeah, well,
that level of I wasn't ready for that kind of endorsement, man.
yeah, I'm not surprised from freaking Shock One. Like,
Yeah, and I wasn't even good at I didn't even know how to string a drum and bass thing together. For the end project of that class, I kind of took inspiration. Like one of my friends, she posted like on a story featuring this song, the Opus.
Oh, like an Opus remix or something, or
No, it was like the original.
oh yeah,
Yeah, which sampled Orbital's On and On.
yeah. Orbital's On and On is amazing.
I saw this song, I heard it. I need to make a remix of this. So I made a remix of this. I found the MIDI notes. That's how the signature art that was iconic to that song.
Yeah. And then
I translated it into like a 2020 X breaks version, like a breakbeat version. I was rapidly getting interested into like non-4/4 music.
Yeah.
So how I first discovered breakbeat was actually through the Ingenuity 11 compilation. Like Frost did a track called Overtones.
Yeah, okay.
And it was like when I first heard that. Actually, I first heard that in the open air.
Is it this one here?
Yes, this one here.
Sadly, because I'm not talking about. But this, remember this, boys.
Yeah.
And I first heard that song on. I was watching the Ingenuity open air Prague live stream set. I first heard it. And I was like, "What did I just listen to?" It's like mind-blowing stuff. So that was my first taste of breakbeat.
Yeah, okay.
So
that's you started like trying to produce that more often.
Yeah, I started producing more often, and that's what I do. I notice I do that more often now.
Yeah, okay.
Than I do the drum and bass or melodic house.
So how often do you produce? Like, how many tracks have you made? So far?
I've made, discounting the things I'm not allowed to show publicly.
Okay.
I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4 that I've put on my SoundCloud that can be viewed publicly, and I think two I can't show.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
Is that like because record label?
Yeah, record label, and this was like we're talking like Armada, and This Never Happened.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Like Armada music.
Yeah, right. Armada. You don't fuck around with Armada.
No, of course not.
You don't fuck around. No. It's in the name. It's in the name. Armada, implying like a fleet of ships.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Shout out to the Spanish Armada.
Yeah, here we go.
1588. 50 party like it's 1588.
Yeah. And so like after Lab 6, because you now work at a record label, right?
Yeah.
So how did all of that come around?
And
like when did you finish up at Lab 6 as well?
I finished up at Lab 6. I think it was like 5 weeks. I did 5 weeks with Morgan, and by that time my songwriting improved, and I just kept on finding more resources. Now that I've got like the foundational knowledge, I could use the stuff that I can find on YouTube and finally kind of actually understand it. Before I started my Lab 6 course, I tried to learn music production via YouTube tutorials, and it was like, no, it's not didn't quite work.
No, that's completely fair. But then, so like, did you finish up at Lab 6 like 2020 or something?
2021, like September.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's not that long ago.
Yeah, that's like last year,
Yeah, it's like last year, and obviously, and I paid for all of that thanks to JobKeeper.
Yeah, shout out Centrelink. Like,
shout out to Centrelink.
Yeah, for keeping us,
keeping
well through
bloody bloody end of the world.
Yeah, that's it through bloody COVID.
Yeah, COVID, the plague, Nurgle's gifts.
Yeah. So then with that as well, so like, how did the record label?
So I met Alexander Punch on the internet I wasn't like I was going through like responding to a post on Ben Bomer's fan group. Someone was promoting his own music.
Yeah, okay.
That's an obvious this is an obvious etiquette no. Don't promote your own music on someone else's fan page, especially like a professional artist.
Yeah. No,
this is like a Facebook group for Ben Bomer fans, and this guy like just promoted his own music. It's like, bruh, what are you doing?
Yeah, come on.
That's how me and Alex kind of bonded over, like, bruh, what are you doing? And then we started having conversation. We weren't like didn't get straight to the business. I didn't ask for it to be in the business. We were just sharing jokes and memes, and slowly over time that foundation and us having a few disagreements about musical taste. And then later, I recall he was having a little bit of trouble looking for like remixes that were affordable.
Okay.
To remix some of the tracks that were already on his label. So I kind of helped her out randomly. Found that this guy Depel, who's from the Australian Capital Territory, would be suitable. I showed it to this guy, and he ended up actually remixing something on Immersed.
Yeah. Okay.
So that was my first A&R chop, and that was like he realized I could be of some use. And then that's how I was introduced to his staff chat, like in the start, like day one of the like in the Immersed staff chat. He introduced like this is the guy that brought Depel to the label. I was like, okay, yeah, cool.
Yeah. He's not its manager, but he's helping him out. Like. So then, like, what do you do within the
So I just listen to demos. I send out demo requests, and hopefully they reply. And when I do get demos, I listen to them. I've gotten a good ear for listening to demos and what to look for.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And then, so, like, do you just send them back and, like...
I usually write a feedback, what I thought, like,
yeah, okay.
like whether the mix is good, like, if the mix didn't sound great, we'd send it back, put first thing, like, this could be mixed better. There's, like, or is the lead melody not punching hard enough? Or if I had $1 for every time I had to say, this needs a counter melody, I'd be pretty rich and wouldn't have to do any work.
Yeah, well, no, that's all right then.
Yeah.
So that's the main thing you do within the record
label? The record label. So the suspended sounds part, there's the part where I'm actually official, but I was kind of helping out behind the scenes prior to that.
Yeah.
So then I got a start. They decided my friend, I found out he liked drum and bass a lot, like the Hospital Records stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then we kind of bonded over like drum and bass, and he decided that he wanted to do something else that wasn't melodic house. And so he decided to open a new label and decided what's to be the A&R there.
So A&R, what's
Artist and Repertoire. Okay. So you got basically a fancy title to look after the artist.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, look after, kind of looking after the releases. From the, you see the demos from like day one. It's pre-masters.
Yeah.
And you're involved in it, kind of all the way to the end, to the release. It's up on Beatport, on Spotify. You and there's a lot of number. You're reading numbers a lot.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Why numbers? Like
streaming stats.
Streaming stats. See how well it's doing.
Yeah, see how well it's doing. I got first class education. Shout out to Alexander Punch.
What, just like full on showed you how.
Yeah, full on showed me like the kind of the behind the scenes, like keeping tracks. Like, my friend's a data nut.
Yeah, no, very nice. Because that's the thing is like when it comes down to like record labels and stuff like that,
it's called hard numbers.
Yeah. And you got to make sure, like, the label is healthy and, like, you're putting out the right music.
Yeah, the right music, fits the brand, and then promoting it, like, sending it out to. So I got involved. My first task before Suspended actually launched was actually compiling a pile of email addresses before we even released a single tune.
Email addresses.
For promoters, for the like individual artists, their email addresses, so we can send like promo links.
Yeah, okay. And so like when you send the promo links, they email back, and then like
used like a little portal called Infra-Red. Okay. It's actually really handy. Like I receive promos myself for my own DJing.
Yeah.
It's like.
Is it like free music, or do they have to? Is it like so it's like demos.
You send like promo copies basically, essentially, and people sign on to it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And so like then they just like get part of the mailing list.
Get part of the mailing list, and before you download, leave a review what you thought of it. So and that that actually helps track what the reviewers, like the people who are gonna play it out, think, whether they're interested in the campaign. Like say 5 stars, this is a banger, can't wait to play this out, or was not X and X was not interested in the campaign.
Yeah, okay. And so, like, does it have a Facebook page or like a website for the record label and everything?
Yeah, it's it does. Both has its the Immersed Recordings has its own Facebook page, SoundCloud, but Suspended only has a Facebook page currently.
Okay. And so, like, are you helping out in like how many people are within the crew? Like, is it you and 5 others or something?
It's currently the Immersed group. We're now like we've decided that we kind of with the 2 labels we kind of form it like call it like a little franchise Immersed group.
Yeah, like a branch.
Like it's like an entire office family. So I've got my colleagues, Jordan Clayton. So he's, or his artist name, Into the Ether. He writes really good melodic house.
And he's obviously on the label as well. Then
He's more the head A&R over the Immerse. So he does like, he's doing what I'm doing on the Immerse side.
Yeah, okay. So is there like even an office for you guys? Or
no, we're all separated by geography. So I'm in Australia.
Yeah.
You the one?
Yeah, shout out to Jordan. Yeah, this guy. He's from England.
Okay.
Warwickshire, Nuneaton.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Very
avid
cool.
Newcastle fan. Avid
Yeah,
Newcastle
of
United
course,
fan.
Yeah, of course.
and Alexander, he lives in the United States. Bounces around from between Iowa and Puerto Rico.
Okay.
And obviously, I'm here in Perth.
Oh, nice.
And then we have Omid Amsari, which I just learned his actual name very recently. He lives in Paris, so it's a kind of like a very multicultural, multi-geographical crew.
That's pretty cool though.
Yeah.
It's like everyone's in different countries.
Yeah,
and
everyone's
it's
in
like
different countries
working
and
for the same reason to help
Yeah.
get this record
get this
label off
thing
the ground.
going. And we're doing like when I kind of got involved with the family when they were still like the releases were still not quite what do you call household names.
Yeah.
Not so like actually more like it would land and people would know about it. It was kind of a bit of a struggle to get that label more known. It only started the Immerse only started blowing up in like 2021 when he got our first Lane 8 support, like put it in his seasonal mixes, and to get because Lane 8 only does these mixes at the start of every season, like it's like spring, fall.
Yeah. Okay.
And it blew up from there, and prior to that, already had like Purified was already consistently playing it, and Sultan and Shepherd was also doing the same over their dialect radio show.
Yeah. Okay. And so, like, with that, like, do they ever like? Have you guys ever started trying to throw events? Like, do you know if Alex in America is like throwing?
We want to do this, but we just didn't have the budget. Like,
yeah, because
also we didn't have the contacts to actually make this possible, and the artists on it weren't exactly popular enough in America to justify bringing them over.
Yeah, it's
because most of our signings some of our best signings have been from India.
Really?
India, we have one from Italy. Again, we accept geographically. It's not bound by geography, but it's one of the good things because this label, like, this is mostly digitally run, and artists all over the world are welcome. We've signed one from Kenya.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, Kenya had.
You wouldn't think Kenya, but Kenya. Well, I mean, Kenya is technically one of the richer countries it's like the US or Central Africa, really.
Yeah.
It's much richer than its neighbors.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's very true. Yeah.
There's actually one of the shopping malls in Kenya actually won a architectural award, which its selling feature was it had no air conditioning, but it was air cooled through a series of like basically wind tunnels, natural wind tunnels. It was like the entire place was just cooled by that. Like,
that's amazing.
Yeah,
Like, for a
no
shopping center.
aircon.
How big is the shopping center? Huge.
It's a shopping mall. It's like huge.
Yeah, so it's like Carousel or something then.
It's like 3 times its size of Carousel
Oh,
with
shit.
multiple stories. When you like shopping malls in countries abroad, unlike shopping centers here, they're like. Because I grew up in Indonesia and shopping malls were more than just shopping. Like it wasn't a place where you just did your shopping and you went home. It was your social hangout place. It's the place you hang out after school.
Like children sit like teen shows. And
Teen show.
They
They all met up.
Yeah.
Pretty much because and Indonesia is stuck in a time warp where it's still the 90s. By and large, it's still the 90s.
Really?
9/11 never happened. So we never had.
Yeah, it's the 90s. It's still it's still the 90s, and they loved old school, and the electronic music that was produced by Indonesians still sounds like the stuff in the year 2000.
Really?
Yeah.
Like early years.
Like
then.
we're talking like the trance classics.
Yeah.
It still sounds like because they grew up on that, but they never left.
So that's one thing that's always...
like Hotel California. Like.
Yeah, that's it. So that's something that's always blown me away, though. It's just like how different countries have
different musical cultures.
Yeah, like in India, it's all Goa trance, basically.
Goa trance, melodic house, actually really big. We Immersed signed one of its. We had this guy like Parallel Voices.
Yeah.
He came to us with no social media presence whatsoever, like nothing, no Spotify, no Instagram page. Not even a Facebook page. He came to us with just a really good demo.
Yeah. Okay.
I first listened to it.
Just sold, basically.
Sold.
Yeah. And
Sold.
so you just like, have you helped him create it?
Yep. This
Parallel
guy.
Voices.
Shout out to Aditya. Yeah. So this is a good example because this guy started from nothing, like nothing but a good demo.
And he was in the Lane 8 mixtape.
Yes, I believe he was in the Lane 8. This is our first to actually fall into that Lane 8 mixtape with the Ocean of Thoughts EP. But that was a good introduction EP, but it's the EP afterwards, the running EP that really, really, really blew up.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Some of my Australian friends have, inquired me about this artist.
Yeah.
He's the only one who ever inquired, and no one else was this good. Like, and that's the thing. Like, if you're worried that labels, I have to blow that misconception away. Like, of course, there are some labels that really care about this social media. Well, that don't. Like, that is.
It's all
not
the
cool.
music. Yeah, the
It's
music.
the
music should be able to speak for itself.
Yeah,
right?
it speaks for itself. Like that's the working principle. Like even if you don't have a social media presence or like Instagram or whatever, we don't care. Just send us a good demo, and if it's a good demo and you actually take our feedback to heart, we like you.
Yeah. And it's like, yeah, and then you can potentially get on board and the whole
Get
lot.
on board and get on board and let us. You just focus on making the music. We'll sort out the promo camera and get you on that group therapy slot, therapy radio slot. It happened for 3 weeks straight with another artist of ours, Jack Willard. Like,
so group therapy radio,
like group, above and beyond group therapy.
Oh
yeah.
We've been with these guys.
Yeah, because above and beyond, like they're huge.
Yeah, huge.
Yeah, they're amazingly
They're
huge.
huge,
And
amazing.
they've got this silly thing where it's like press the button or whatever.
Yeah,
it is.
press the button.
Yeah,
Yeah, group.
yeah. So you've actually had Immersion's music. has been
Immersed
played.
music. Yeah, played 3 weeks straight.
Wow.
Yeah, and then the week that they didn't play, we were making jokes in the group chat saying we didn't get an above and group therapy radio show. Pack it up, boys. Let's end the label.
Oh, really? Yeah.
We're making jokes. It's like we didn't get a radio support for that week.
Yeah, but still, that's nuts, though.
It's
like,
nuts considering this was just all in 2022 actually. The above and group therapy, like
yeah. But still, like that's
The Twitter page is 540,000 followers.
yeah.
Yeah, and if your track
that's
your
it.
track gets played on an above and group, all right. If your track gets played on a group therapy, or Armin van Buuren's A State of Trance, one of
Yeah.
my other friends in Sydney, Daniel Tonic, one of his remixes got played on by Armin van Buuren, and that added another easy 30K to
Yeah.
the stream list.
Yeah, of course.
Easy.
Yeah. That's
Easy.
it, because they're huge.
They're
Like,
huge.
Yeah.
It's just huge.
Yeah. And that's like it's a really good foot in the door in a way, basically. Like,
Oh, yeah.
just to see where it goes from there, kind of.
Yeah, and because the thing about music, success in music is quadratic. Like, one day you're a bedroom and like you're starting at the foot of the door, and the next thing you know is that you're on a festival stage somewhere.
Yeah, that's it. Just touring around
Europe
or something.
And like Lude's a pretty good example of this. Like like before the remix that we're probably all sick of.
Oh, what, the Land Down Under?
Yeah. Like this Lude, like he wasn't much of a householder. That thing, and the thing is, from the story, from what I know of the Land Down Under, is that it was made for fun, like just for like shits and giggles. Yeah. And I've had the privilege of meeting Lude briefly, and he was very much doing things for shits and giggles kind of person.
Yeah. But that's it. Now that song took off, and now
it took off, and that song gave him 35 bookings in the festival season in Europe.
Really?
Yeah, and he's still doing it right now. Like,
holy shit!
Yeah,
but that's it. Like, he's gonna take off. Like he has taken off.
And once you've launched, you've launched.
Yeah, that's
like,
exactly it.
European music, like electronic music, seems to be like that. Yeah, my observation is once you've launched, you never really die out, and you can then mutate into other acts.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah, but you really do have to be a producer to get anywhere like that.
Yes, yeah. The only one that I can think of is if your selling point is so out there, outrageous, and we're talking Hot Tub Time Machine.
Yeah,
that's the only DJ I can think of that's actually a non-producer.
So he doesn't produce anything.
I don't think so.
Yeah, okay.
I don't even, not that I know of, but
yeah, well, that's it. That's exactly.
But his selling point is that you took like greatest hits from like I think 1950 all the way to the whatever current year it happens, and that's the selling point because it's up to the current year, and it can always. Yeah,
that's it. Yeah, and then it's just like there's a market for that as well.
Yeah, there's a market.
Because that's the thing with production as well. Is like you kind of like you have to be the next Flume, or you have to be, you have to really.
No, you don't have to be like the next Flume per se. Just do what feels right to you. Like making, you should always make good music that is unapologetically you, and don't make music that's kind of like aimed towards a specific label. Yeah, like it's. No,
that's it. Yeah,
that's exactly it. And when an A&R knows, and when you do that thing, when you try to do that trick to try and increase your chances, the A&R's on the other end knows. Yeah, we know if this thing is an attempt to ape something. We know. Yeah, we know from the 5 seconds we press play on that demo.
Well, that's it. That's what that's 100% agree. I just kind of meant like being the next Flume is like you have to create your own sound, and it has to be something cool, unique, whatever.
Cool, unique, whatever. But unapologetically you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and it doesn't have to be like everybody else's music.
No,
because I look at Fisher for example. But he got Chris Lake to be able to make Losing.
That's an open secret, right? Yeah, it's not something we should technically openly acknowledge. Yeah, because
But that's the thing with him. Though,
I mean, when it comes down to people like Fisher sounds like he's a fun guy to party with, and that's his selling point. Exactly. Like no one actually. I don't think anyone cares about the musical quality of Fisher, but he sounds like a fun guy to party with, and that's all you need, really.
Yeah, that's it. That's just like what was that guy over in Tomorrowland? Not Sebastian Ingrosso.
Dimitri Ganassi?
Yeah.
Sebastian Ganassi.
Yeah, Sebastian. Yeah.
Again. Funny. Yeah. He's funny as fuck.
Yeah, that's it. And he just trolls the audience.
Yeah, he does that. That's his entire shtick. It's a troll. The entire... It's a troll.
The whole set, yeah.
The whole persona. It's kind of like a pastiche of, the Benny Benassi type.
That's it, yeah. But then
grew up with that.
Exactly, but look how successful he is from it.
Yeah.
Like, have you heard of Mark Riblet at all?
Mark Riblet.
Yeah, Riblet, yeah.
Again, his unique shtick was that it was all improv.
Yeah.
He didn't have anything. He would work up right or whatever. And now performing shows abroad, like packing out theaters.
That's it, yeah. Well, not even that. Playing festivals, everything. Like, recently, he played like 15,000, 20,000 people.
Yeah, and he's not even what you conventionally call a producer because he doesn't save any of these tracks and puts them on a label.
That's it. Yeah,
it's all just improv jamming.
Yeah,
and it's a different one every venue, so you don't know what you're expecting. But we're not.
Can we actually pull up some Mark Riboulet?
I was gonna say, I read his Wikipedia.
Like, we can probably pull up one of his videos because, like, he started during COVID. I'm pretty sure.
Yes,
and
he
just got
started.
bored,
Yeah,
like-
and COVID was basically the reset.
yeah.
Like,
There's a big reset for
like I've got
everybody.
and like all resets, some came out losers and some came out winners, and losers were primarily venue owners.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah.
Venue owners in Australia and abroad.
Yeah, so like, look at him. Oh, well, we can probably play his music. But literally, like,
Technically, there's no copyright. I don't think there's any copyright because it's not. No one owns the.
yeah, that's it. Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
in that case, listen, I will put on the desktop audio.
yeah, that's.
Listen.
Ladies,
And his classic bathrobe.
Yeah, that's it.
That's part of the shtick.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Yeah, the branding, the brand.
He just looks like a loose unit. Like,
now for this amphitheater,
look at him, like, he's a wild card.
it will be lost.
And that's part of the appeal. Like he sounds like an interesting guy, and interesting people make for interesting music. There's that connection.
That's exactly it. And that's where it's entertainment as well. Like,
Yeah.
like it's literally, it's like,
Army.
it's live music, entertainment. It's theatrics basically. Like it's just that Red Rock amphitheater.
No, this is not. That's not Red Rocks. I
No,
don't think that's Red Rocks is a little bit deeper as well. That's one of my dream venues to play at Red Rocks. That would be a dream.
Yeah.
I can't. Sadly, it's a shame that I can't play at Printworks anymore because they're turning that into office space.
Printworks,
Yeah,
really.
the Printworks club in London.
Okay.
Yeah. There was finally this. The council had decided it shall be office space.
Really?
Yes.
But you can turn it down a bit now if you.
Yeah.
It's alright.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's it. Yeah, so they're turning it actually into.
Yeah, office space, and I saw and everyone got to look at it made everyone feel very sad. Everyone got
Yeah.
to look at the artist impression. Everyone could see the silhouette of the Printworks, the iconic, the balcony ledging, the like of steel, of like old steel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, can we pull up Printworks? If that's alright.
Bring up the Printworks. Any
Everyone, yeah.
Oh, so this is
Yeah.
Printworks here.
yeah, there's a club, but they're moving to a new venue, like a new sister venue.
Really?
Yeah, a new sister.
Yeah, because if
But-
it's like, it's an establishment, so. It's,
Yeah.
And look,
Yeah, look, that's the Batman. The new Batman movie was filmed using Printworks as for the club scene.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow. Okay.
yeah, it's
Yeah. Well, that's what I mean. It's iconic. So.
yeah to represent a club from in Gotham City who
Yeah.
uses Printworks.
Yeah.
Films in Printworks.
Not anymore. Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Mm,
Sorry, Annie.
but it's so unfortunate with that. It's just like with Fabric as well.
Yeah.
Like how Fabric kind of like struggled for quite a long time.
Yeah,
during the
Fabric
lockdown.
remains. Yeah, and Fabric, I believe, continues
still-
to remain open.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
I mean, I can't say any of these details for sure. I live in Australia. I don't live in
Yeah,
London. But
that's it.
I really like to live in England. I get to be closer to both the pulse of the music and to the pulse of the round ball, to the Premier League.
yeah.
Watch some Brentford
Yeah.
games at the Brentford Stadium.
Yeah. So like, where do you see yourself like with the music industry, and like where do you want to take it, and like
Anywhere it goes, I just
just
no grand plan, no real other than getting onto like a festival stage with my productions and a performing set.
yeah.
Other than that, see where it goes. Try and make a living from it. Be like kind of like Lane 8 or Ilka Klein and be a full-time professional, and then hopefully have a family,
Yeah.
make a living, and then using that living to raise a family.
Yeah, that would be the dream.
Yeah, that would be the
It-
dream.
That's the thing, is there are so many artists out there that do make it work. It's just
Yeah.
it's the eternal grind, and like
Eternal
even
grind, and
one-
even then, I feel like I'm not grinding enough.
yeah. But that's it. Like it's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work.
A lot of work.
You know the traditional saying, like, find a job you love and you'll never work a day in your life. My take on that is find a job you love, and you'll work every day. You'll work 24/7. You'll work 25/8.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, 100%.
There's
yeah.
you won't be resting.
That's it. Yeah, that's like when we were talking to Jeremy
Yeah,
last time.
like,
It's like
you
it's
can't
a
turn it
dream
off. You
job.
can't, and once you have your dream job, you can't turn it off. Like
Yeah.
as echoing, like Jeremy said, like you can't do everything. It starts to warp your entire person. Like
Yeah. Well, that's it, because it's like your life becomes that job. Like,
Yeah.
you love that job so much
It
that you want
becomes-
to make sure it's still.
yeah, and it puts you, and it makes you like in a sphere where it can be really hard to relate to other people.
Mm. Well, that's it, because like, sometimes like people don't see the way you see it. In a way.
Yeah,
Like, when you tell people, oh, you're a DJ, some people just go, oh, you're a DJ. But it's like, no. Like, it's the funnest thing I've ever done in my life. And like playing at bars and pubs and doing this and doing that. Like, you get to make people dance and have a good time
Yeah.
and create memories. And like, sometimes, even if you don't make that much money from it, it's
and
still
you,
a dream. Like,
yeah,
a
and
dream
you
job.
and sometimes you get good moments local, like during the local DJ ground. I had this guy, like I was doing one of the sets at Nevermind, and there was this guy who was just enjoying it from minute one,
Really?
and at the end of it, he stepped like to thank me.
Really?
Like, yeah, he just stepped there, like, because this was music that he had never heard before played out live, but apparently this guy had been enjoying it in his home. Like he was looking for this kind of music, and I gave it to him. I gave it to him live in public. Silver platter.
Yeah, that's amazing though.
Yeah.
And that's it. Like when people like give you like gratification like
Yeah.
that, it really makes it
In an
worth
age
it,
of instant gratification.
right?
We live in an age.
Yeah. So what about the production? Like, where do you see yourself going with the production
I-
and everything else?
Would like to get signed to get good enough and get signed to labels, but also
Would
I
you-
have to.
Would you ever go on immersion as well?
I would like to, but that's Alex's call.
Yeah.
That's up to him, I believe.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
he's gonna
that's
be, I think he's gonna be judging me more harshly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you have like a standard to
Yeah,
meet now.
standard to meet. There is a standard to meet, and there's an integrity to be kept as a label, and that's how we succeed as a label, because we've kept that
Yeah.
integrity. That we don't compromise on that.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
even when we're looking for like drum and bass demos, and yeah, and speaking of how I managed to sign 2 artists onto it.
Really?
Yeah, and I came very quickly actually. Those best scouting. I sent an email. I heard this artist Beat Mool. Shout out to Jay Park, who lives in Vancouver and is probably enjoying some nature trip in the Yukon.
Really?
Yeah, he loves to go. This guy loves to go to, like, every time I look up his social media, he's off to the Yukon.
Really?
Yeah. He's like, he treats trips to the Yukon like Australians treat a holiday trip to Bali.
Whereabouts is the Yukon? Like,
The northern part of Canada.
Oh, really?
Like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
woods, the woods, the snow, the bears.
yeah, yeah, the bears.
Everything that makes Canada dangerous.
Yeah.
The Yukon is there.
Is that right?
Yeah. And he's just not casually goes there. Casually goes there like you would like an Australian would go to a Bali.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so
Casually
good.
Yeah.
Oh, so up
It's
there.
literally- yeah, it's
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah, Yukon.
Oh shit, the
It
far
has how many
left.
people? Oh shit. 40,000 people.
Yeah, it's
Really?
that isolated. So
Wow.
it's
okay.
Density.
that
There's
it's
what? The density?
It's there's almost no one. Yeah. It's
Yeah,
it's huge.
and you
But no one lives it.
no one lives there, and that's actually really, really dangerous. If you injure yourself in such an environment, you're on your own.
Yeah.
You're on your own until the helicopters come in. They're the equivalent of their flying doctor service.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, I believe they have one. They should have one.
Yeah, it should.
I can't say I'm an expert on Canada's medical.
Yeah, side of
Infrastructure,
things.
infrastructure.
Yeah, yeah. So then, like, with the DJing, the production, and, like, also the record label, so, like, it seems like, you're trying to make it all work, and
Yeah.
it seems like it is working to be able to get on, like,
Yeah.
Above and Beyond's radio and everything like that.
Well, not me personally.
Yeah, but just, like, as a collective.
As a
like,
collective, that was amazing.
Yeah,
Like,
that would
watching
be.
it grow, like there's a like, little story watching it grow from like minnows to respectable label. My friend put out a stat today, like we had 10.5 million streams collectively
Holy shit.
from both the labels.
That's amazing, though.
Yeah.
That's really good.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Like, that much power. That commands the name Immersed now commands respect.
Yeah, no, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what's so good though. Like, eventually you guys like,
And
Could be making
one day
good
we
money
could
from it.
actually throw show.
Yeah.
The next goal has been one day maybe we get to throw an actual live party.
Yeah. And just like
And I don't know what that form might take, so I can't really say for sure that's his call.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe.
But still, it's like, it's exciting though. How many hours a week would you say that you work for Immersed? Like,
I kind of more or less around about 2-3 hours a day.
yeah, okay.
Yeah,
That's
like
alright,
listening. When I do find someone that's actually promising, my process. This is my personal process. It's probably not true of every A&R. I came into this in a very unconventional manner, and I've had my own workflow. So when I find an artist that's actually promising, I'll actually take an example from Anwius, this guy Simon, who we signed from Poland.
Mm-hmm.
Don't exactly. I think he's from Gdansk, somewhere close to Gdansk.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And so, like, what was the process with signing him on though?
So first, I saw his EP in like the Liquid D&B for the Win channel,
Mm-hmm.
and I listened to this EP. I was like the one of the preview tunes. I was like, this is good. So I checked out the rest of his like Spotify. This guy didn't have a label. He was just on his own.
Mm-hmm.
And I listened to this. I listened to.
I thought I was muted.
Yeah. I listened to that like 5 times, and I had it on repeat. It's like, this guy's good.
Was that
Casually write the email.
Mhm.
Yeah, and
was
then
there a language barrier at all? 'Cause
no,
it's
he
from Poland?
spoke English.
Okay, no, very
He
nice.
spoke
yeah.
English.
Have you ever had that when it's like, say, contacting someone from India or something like that, where it's a bit of a language barrier?
Indians speak English. They're educated in the Queen's English,
Okay.
the superior English.
American.
No. Rebel English. I call that rebel English. Queen's English.
Can we actually pull up the Queen's English? Like,
I love it. It's a good one. Yeah. You're butchering the Queen's English.
The superiority of the U between the O and the R, and that's my
See,
on egg.
pronunciation. That's a beautiful one. Wow, it's really. Wow, there's a lot here. Oh, look at that.
crafts and everything.
Rules.
Yeah.
Because what? Because what?
Americans
The
don't
well,
have that. Americans don't have a Wikipedia page.
Yeah.
Probably.
American English.
Oh no.
Oh no, here we go.
I mean, Wikipedia was made by Americans, so it's probably given that the rebels get the better coverage. The
yeah, that's it. Yeah.
rebels cover. Rebels
So
remember the context.
It's over.
yeah. So then, like, with all the artists that so they just send it in, and then like you just go through emails and just like listen to all of it, right? Individually.
Listen to the demo.
But
you listen to the demo they send you.
Yeah, yeah.
But I mean, this is when they actually reply to you and actually send you something, which is not that common.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a lot less common than you think it is.
So what, like, do they email you or you email them? Like,
I usually demo request. Like, if you're like a starting label, new, no one knows who you are yet. So you
Yeah.
have to kind of do the legwork to actually kind of get out there and do the
and
legwork.
connect the dots. Yeah,
Connect
yeah.
the dots, get music to come in. Like Immerse started out that way. People didn't actually ignore the email demo requests.
But that's what
But
it's gonna keep
now
track of.
now these days, now that Immerse has commanded more respect, people actually send demos, like unsolicited demo requests.
No, that's good. That's the way.
Yeah.
It's, as
And,
you grow,
like,
you get
yeah.
better and better.
Get better and better, and people like respect because
That's it.
reputation.
And that's the thing, is the internet's a big place, but
Yeah.
it's like leaving an impact and like making it work. It's
Yeah.
like you can slowly chip away until
So
it becomes a household name.
yeah, and the household names are supported by the likes of Lane 8,
Yeah.
getting its artists performing onto real life festival stages. That's an even bigger achievement. Like,
Yeah, that's exactly it.
that's kind of the goal. Like you're a label. When you're starting out as a new label, you have to kind of think of like developing artists as a goal in mind. Like being basically adopting the mindset of a Borussia Dortmund. Going back to football, like labels take time to become Manchester United. I mean Manchester City.
Yeah.
I mean Manchester United. They're tragic right now. Sorry to all the Manchester United fans out there. It's not your fault.
Do we have any more comments, by the way, Dan?
Sorry.
Like anyone like?
Sorry, just keep trying to Google shit.
Alright, let's see.
No, unfortunately, it's Frances did, however, say she does have a very good some very interesting stories about
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
physics and whatnot, but she said she can only tell them when she's
yeah. Well, message me privately, and then you can come on. 100%.
Yeah.
and also I put some of the the links of the artists and whatnot who are on the label into the
The
chat.
Immersed.
And I also told Clayton, Lewis Abraham that
Has Lewis been on?
Lewis,
Yeah, Lewis came
Lewis
on forever
is-
ago. He's on season 1 board just behind you. I got him on years ago.
they will divulge this information. Francis Beltman said
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. Just trust me. Just like private message me, and we'll sort you out. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah. Alright, where were we?
Yeah.
I'm talking about building a brand.
And Manchester United. Like.
Building a brand.
Poland,
It takes a time. Like.
It's a business. That's how
Yeah.
business works, though. Like it all is
Yeah.
just.
And you send us a now that we get demos coming in, and then once you get to that stage, the work comes. You get to sit back and actually choose the signers and what's not getting signed, and usually that decision gets made surprisingly quickly. Like in bigger labels, what I know of, it's 5 seconds is all you need
Really?
to for that track to go for the yes or no.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, 5 seconds.
Yeah, because they're probably just sending off to their team, and they go, "Yep."
Yeah, and
done.
like for example, a label like Injuna, the Injuna HQ would have like tons of A&Rs. They have like a few. They have like the one head, and then there's like a sub A&Rs because they get swarmed in demos.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, it makes sense though. It's 100%.
yeah, and the trick with usually like when A&Rs are public people, like having an A&R's email contact generally lends you a great advantage because it helps you skip the bin box.
Yeah.
Every label has a bin box.
A bin box. It's
It's
just,
like a bin box where people dump their demos. It's not like a bin box where we like. Sometimes you can always find a diamond in the dung heap.
yeah. Well, that's it. Yeah.
You know.
But that's how it happens sometimes.
Yeah,
though,
sometimes.
so,
I mean, I can't say I know the details, but this is just that generals and
yeah. It's just like a general rule of thumb in a way.
yeah. So and when I listen to a demo, before I actually go demo request an artist, I actually listen to the rest of the discography.
Yeah. Well,
Like,
that's
see
the right
if
thing to do as well.
they've got like versatility. I look for versatility in artists as
Yeah,
well
that's
because
it, because they might that this song might be alright, but then the different genre, another song they release might be better, and then you can,
or they can't keep a consistent output,
yeah,
or they're not consistent. That could present problems down the track.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
So,
and
like,
then also during the conversation, during the emails can also help kind of determine the attitude they have to the whole approach.
Yeah.
Whether they have the very professional attitude or they're just people you want to quickly add onto the block list.
really,
Yes.
Have you ever had situations like
We've
that?
had like there's this artist from Belarus. I don't want to name names
No,
because
that's fine, that's
we're
not
not in the
good.
spirit of
Yeah,
we're
Well,
not
you can. We can tell us.
yeah, but that's not
Yeah.
that's not very nice though.
no, that's fair.
He sent
just
us a
hard to
demo.
deal with,
Demo. It wasn't so much hard to deal with. It's more like, have you listened to it yet? Have you listened to it yet?
Oh, it's
Have you
just
listened to it yet?
pestering, yeah.
The day after he sends it, it's like, chill.
Yeah, yeah,
To the point we got annoyed. Like my Alex just says, I'm not dealing with this guy ever.
yeah. That's fair. Like, but he calls the shots. So
He goes the shots, and that's fair. And this artist from Belarus, his work ethic is this example of someone that works very hard. He can find another label to sign up on.
Yeah, no, that's completely fair though, because
Yeah.
like it's business. You don't have to deal with everyone.
No.
It's just
And
how
yeah,
it
and you want to
works,
deal, and we've nearly on the verge of artists were being nitpicky about the details of their release. They wanted to like a full couldn't micromanage control over their releases.
Yeah, but then it's
Like to the point where I was actually I got kind of personally got if I had been calling the shots, I would have said I would have booted this guy, but my friends stuck it out. And he turned out good. His attitude mellowed out. So you never know. Like, there's no consistent.
Yeah. Well, it's just like when you're dealing with businesses and like you emailing and stuff, you got to have professional etiquette. It's just how.
Yeah, but you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised how rare that is. Like,
Really?
yeah, like I've seen demo email requests like someone literally just spams, like sends like an email to 20 different A&Rs in the to section. Like,
Really?
no, don't. Do not do that under any circumstances.
Oh wow.
Label A&Rs talk to each other.
No, of course, yeah. It's
It's a small industry. It's a cottage industry. We talk to each other, and yeah. And if you get caught stealing another person's music, that's an eternal blacklist.
yeah, of course.
There was a recent incident where some guy actually lifted one from another famous artist and tried to pass it off his own. This A&R actually notified everyone, and he knew.
Really?
And that guy was pretty much
Good. Though, like you should never.
persona non grata.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there was an even more famous case kind of far back. Don't want to go into details because it might lead to legal warfare.
Yeah. No, that's fair.
Yeah.
So we're running out of time.
Yeah.
Because we've been going for almost an hour and a half.
Yeah.
No, time flies. So where can people find you, and like what type of like where social links and
Like
media?
for me personally,
Yeah, like events
Like-
or places you hang out.
so
or
but, like I'm on SoundCloud. I go my DJ moniker these days is like Once Again,
Okay.
and so
Yeah, because you said that in the bio.
yeah, I used to DJ under a moniker called Lonker, which is a reference to a Warhammer character. And the reason I changed it is that Australians suck at pronouncing French. I had to have a pronunciation guide on a night out, and given that Australians can't even properly say Sauvignon Blanc.
That's exactly. That's exactly like what Jeremy said yesterday as well. How he had Palais.
Yeah.
And it's like people just call him Palace.
Australians suck at pronouncing French.
Yeah.
Given that we have Cape Geograph, the Geograph Bay,
Yeah.
down in the southwest, named after a French explorer.
Yeah. No.
Yeah,
Yeah, Geo Bay.
Geograph.
And so what gigs have you got coming up and what's
I'm
going on?
only currently the only one that I've like confirmed book for is the Factory Summer. I'm on the silent disco representing Tinus's body control team for the
Okay.
Sweet.
Sweet.
Factory Summer, the Euphoria takeover.
Yeah,
That's on the 18th of December, so that's a Friday, I believe.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool though.
Yeah, and it's a good. Is it Friday? Was it? Oh yeah, it's after the show. Like so that's a Saturday actually. 18. Sunday? No, it's a Sunday.
It's Sunday. Okay.
It's a Sunday.
It's one of those days.
It's one of those.
It's on a weekend.
It's on a weekend. It's
Yeah.
on a weekend. Because I know that the night before is the Rufus show. It's Saturday. So I'm
really?
obviously going to. Like,
Yeah.
it's got Luke Alessi and John Hopkins on support. Like, fuck yeah.
Yeah, that would be really good. That'd be really, really good.
Yeah, fuck.
And so where else can people find you? Like
On
you got-
Instagram, like Clayton, that there's more like I'm just general. I don't have as much content there. And for the labels, like Immersed Recordings appears on SoundCloud and Facebook. And the Suspended Sounds, I believe it's on their Facebook and Instagram.
Okay. Well, we'll find them and put them in the comments section.
Yeah. And that's yeah. And if any good drum and bass producers out there happen to be listening to this, or will listen to the restream in the future, demo at suspended. No, no, I can't. I'm not gonna. I can't even remember the link. The box.
Well, just after you just commented it.
Yeah, I'll comment it after. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, whatever.
Yeah, no, that's all good. Well, cheers for so much for coming on though.
Yeah,
Like, we've had
cheers
good-
for the invitation.
Yeah,
like,
we've had good discussion, like laughs,
Good
and talk about
laughs,
history and bagging
history.
out Manchester. Like,
you know, Manchester. I mean,
Yeah.
when it comes down to football teams, there's a lot more innovate. Like, a lot of my musical philosophy, how much of it comes from football, the way I think about music, like making simple music. I have this little phrase before we end. I want to leave this one. Like when you make music, there's a phrase that Johan Cruyff has when he talks about football. Playing football should be simple, but playing simple football is the most difficult of all.
Really?
Yeah.
True.
Then he developed. It was his.
the greatest, one of the greatest.
Yeah, tacticians. One of the tacticians.
He created
Tactician total football, which is the brainchild, which is pretty much the grandfather of a lot of the current the tiki taka and gegen press systems.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Almost all modern football.
And then
Really?
there was the counter to that, the zona mista, zona mista, which actually nullified the entire total football.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then now,
All right.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway.
yeah.
Yeah, and
I don't know
now
much
I
about
turned that
football, I
I
don't know
turned that paraphrase that quote. Making music should be simple, but making simple music is the most difficult of all.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of that. I keep this in mind when I listen to the demos that come in. Like the best songs I've noticed over time are the most like it has one idea. It's simple. It carries through, and it doesn't complicate. It's trying to be cool for cool's sake. Each thing in your music should do something.
That's it. Yeah. And
Yeah.
just like stand.
It has
out
a
and shine.
purpose.
That's it. Yeah.
Nothing should not have a purpose.
No, 100% agree.
That's a very true statement.
Yeah, but let's end the stream then.
All right. Cheers for coming on, honestly. And we'll see you guys in a fortnight with some more guests. And Francesca, that message?
Francis Feltman.
Francis. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Message me. Yeah, definitely. And then we'll sort. Yeah, Francis. Sorry.
It's pronunciation, my friend, not pronunciation. Not pronunciation. So bear that in mind when you criticize how people pronounce words.
That's not on me. That wasn't my honor again.
All right. We'll see you guys in a fortnight. All right.
Yeah.
Friend.
Friends. Sorry.
Toodles.
All right.
Toodles.
Catch ya. We got to wave. Yeah.
Yeah.